Well, it's a new week in the month of August, 9th of August to be precise, and we're feeling so generous today on Click Niger. And we are deciding to do this topic today, which is business opportunities young people can explore in Nigeria. So we'll be giving tips about some of the businesses as a young person you can explore, try your hands on, and even make profits and become a billionaire in no time short. Yes, that's the dream to become a billionaire. Welcome to Youth Assembly on Click Niger's internet radio. My name is Sylvia Ishibi. Well, with the high rate of unemployment in Nigeria, many youths are looking for profitable business opportunities that they can engage in with their limited resources. Now, what are the top business opportunities in Nigeria? We want to answer this question on the show today. And how can youth get funding? We'll give you tips on how to get funding to explore these business opportunities. I'm not alone to do this today. I am with Mr. Dare Alabede. He is a data analyst. Welcome, Mr. Dare.
Thank you very much for having me. Always a pleasure.
All right. And I also have Joseph Ago. Joseph Ago is a sustainable development advocate. Welcome, Joseph.
Thank you for having me.
So all the business opportunities, all the fundings we intend to get today on the show, right, gentlemen? So we're good to go. Let's start with, yes, we've seen the rate of unemployment in the country. A lot of young people are asking themselves, what can I do? I don't have money. I have just a few. What can I do with it? What kind of business can I start? What are some of the things, according to you, Mr. Dare, young people getting into business should consider before even choosing the kind of business they want to do, or even investing their limited money in such a business?
Let me quickly re-echo what you just said about unemployment. It's actually mind-boggling. As at the fourth quarter of 2020, there was a report that about 38.5% of the labor force in Nigeria aged between 15 and 24 were unemployed. The total youth unemployment rate in Nigeria as at that time, fourth quarter 2020, was about 53.4%. That's a lot. And NBS also reported that 13.1 million youths in Nigeria are unemployed. That is even more than the population of Rwanda. So it's a big issue. However, to answer your question, it's very important for youth to take their time in really going into a business right now, because we've seen what is going on in the country. It's quite unfortunate. Many people label the country as not having any kind of direction in terms of policy and all of that. And these things have severe impact on small businesses, startups. So it's very important for young people to think critically about the sustainability of the kind of business they want to go to. Not just sustainability in terms of weather funds or anything, but in terms of even government policy. What are those things they can do that the government policy would not just rapidly come and overturn and kick them out of business in no time? It's very important. And I'm sure as we go on the show, we're going to touch on these opportunities, because yes, the kind of things I would like to discuss as business opportunities are things that will not sudden government policies will not just come and overturn and get out of your hand, like we saw with the issue of cryptocurrency. So I think that's very key.
All right, we'll get to those business opportunities in your own opinion that you want to share. But over to you, Mr. Joseph. What are some of the things young people should be looking out for when they want to choose a business to go into or even invest in money?
I think there are basic economic indicators that young people should consider when getting into a business. And first of all, demand. Is there demand for this particular service or particular product? The second ingredient that is really very important here is whether there is expertise on the side of the person or knowledge on the side of the person going into that business space. So I think those are critical. Of course, we can't gloss over government policies or the direction, government's general government direction. But I think knowledge is very important, and of course, basically demand. Is there a market for this product or service that I intend to go into?
All right, if you just tuned in, this is Click Niger. Youth Assembly is the show, and we are looking at business opportunities young people can explore in Nigeria. If you're a young person and you have these ideas, we will want to see it in the comment section. Please share your ideas, the opportunities you think are available for young people in Nigeria that they can try their hands on. We're being generous today on the show, so it's not just about us, me and my guests, but we want you to get involved and also share these ideas with us. I'm looking for a business to invest in. Maybe Mr. Dare is also looking for one, and Mr. Joseph also. Who knows who you'll be helping today? So share. If you have questions for our guests, they're capable, and hopefully he don't get to answer. Yes, my guest is Dare Alabade, data analyst, and also Joseph Ago, who is a sustainable development advocate. Now, Mr. Dare, what are those businesses that you are thinking about that young people can start on without the government interfering and cutting short their business ideas and moves?
Okay. Yeah. So like I said, I encourage young people to look at businesses that won't be so hinged on government policy. However, there is nothing that government cannot, regulate and have some hand in. But
Yeah.
first of all, I think what is most important right now for you to start looking at opportunities in the technology space is very important. People are crying here and there, saying that government they were wrong for trying to stop cryptocurrency trading and all of that. And I say to people, what blockchain brings to the table is not just cryptocurrency trading. Even if government says don't trade cryptocurrency, I encourage you. So I'm already dishing out the business opportunities. I encourage you to look at the DeFi world, decentralized finance, to look at decentralized applications, DApps. I encourage you to look at non-fungitive tokens, NFTs. There are massive opportunities in those areas. So we should begin to look at blockchain as a whole. I'm already seeing discussions coming up globally about how blockchain can change the energy sector, how it can change agriculture. So you see, there are opportunities for blockchain as a whole, not just trying to buy and sell tokens and digital currencies online. So there are opportunities in that space. And then more importantly, it is important for youth to look for businesses that are very skill inclined. If you develop skill in photography, I mean, there is a lot you can do. I see people that just it's just out of they take it as something out of passion and then turn it into a business. Things that are really skill inclined. You can be a freelance writer, for example, if you love to write. You can be a freelance writer. And the beautiful thing about having this kind of skill, like, for example, blogging, freelance writing, or being a research assistant, the interesting thing about this kind of skill is the fact that you can be here in Nigeria and still play on an international level. So you can put up your profile on a website like Upwork, where different people all over the world go to look for professionals. So I put up my profile on Upwork and say that I'm a professional freelance, or I'm a freelance writer, or I'm a research assistant. So I'm not even limiting myself to clients from Nigeria alone. People abroad can reach out to me and want to tap into my skills. Still in technology, web development, graphic design, application development. I see a lot of youth already doing well in this space. And these youths are not just doing well here in Nigeria. I see a lot of people getting contact outside the shores of this country because of the skills they possess. So freelance writing, research assistant, you can be a virtual assistant. So there are companies
what does that mean?
There are companies that do not want physical assistants in the office, but they want that an open line, such that when their clients call in, there is somebody to help with the calls, there is somebody to do certain things. You can be a virtual assistant. You stay in your house and you are a customer care service or customer care representative to other companies. Even here, I'm with somebody. I know somebody that actually uses a virtual assistant. They don't get to see physically. but the lady takes care of everything that comes in externally from other sources. So I mean, it's there are lots of opportunities. Technology these days is able to drive a lot of things. So I would encourage you to really focus on technology. When you have an idea, whatever it is, find
Yeah.
a way to
Yeah.
infuse a bit of technology into it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I see a lot of tech opportunities that you have shared, but there are also other areas of the economy that young people can explore. And at this point, I'll ask Mr.
That's
Joseph, what other areas do you think are in demand for young people to invest in or also try out as a business?
Yeah, I have five families or five groups or categories young people should explore. The
All
first
right.
one is
Give
food.
it to us. Hmm.
Can you hear me? Food. Now,
Food. Anybody is ready to. Yes.
from
Everybody
small
can relate.
chops to
Mm-hmm.
baking, to catering, to eggs, to poultry, to fish, snail farming, to general animal husbandry, to restaurants, to bread and breakfast, breakfast and dinner, the breakfast and dinner concept. For example, I live in Abuja, and you have a large influx of people coming from the Marabanyanya axis, and they filter into town. A lot of these people wake up as early as 4 or 5 o'clock. So chances are they don't get to make breakfast for themselves. So they filter into town and get to places like Beggar, Banex. People can set up breakfast and dinner businesses in these areas for people that come very early or open very early to work. Local foods, for example, local soups, international cuisines. Then the second category, young people should really put some thought in is financial services. We have POS business, we have ASUSU, we have mutual fund, we have, of course, for people that are a techie, you could start a fintech, cryptocurrency, stock trading, and so on and so forth. Now, the third category I have here is marketing and promotion. Now, just imagine how many
Okay.
people view your WhatsApp status. If your WhatsApp status was a YouTube channel, those people that view your WhatsApp status are your subscribers. The question is, what are you promoting? What are you marketing using your WhatsApp
Mm-hmm.
status? For example, you could market things from clothes to shoes to perfumes. I mean, real estate. We see these days people selling houses on their WhatsApp status. You could sell perfumes. You could sell virtually anything on your WhatsApp status. But basically, one rule for being successful using your WhatsApp status is people would buy because there are three things. Your brand must guarantee supply, your brand must guarantee quality, and your brand also must guarantee affordability. For another item under marketing and promotion is flyers distribution. We talk about promoting or setting up agencies that help big businesses. There are a lot of small businesses around that one can go help to market. So you could get flyers distributed for these small businesses by proxy.
Okay.
Drop shipping. There are businesses around with a lot of inventory. You could go get a list of these stuff that they have in their businesses and market using your social contacts. There's graphics design, of course. There's web design. The next item I have is logistics.
Mm-hmm. I think
Things
it's an area of young
like
people are
market
exploring.
runs.
Check it out. Yes. Logistics. Go
Yes,
ahead, Mr. Joseph.
market runs, both. Yeah. Under logistics, you have market runs, you have boats, Uber, you have
Mm-hmm.
even Keke and Okada, you
Mm-hmm.
have courier services, you have equipment hiring, you have home maintenance and housekeeping services, you have waste management, and so on and so forth. The next item I have is education. Now, with COVID-19, there are a lot of gaps in our educational system. You have people in need of lesson teachers, or for, I
Yes.
mean, that could teach their children at home. I mean, you have a lot of people that at least can teach maths. I mean, for engineering graduates, for somebody that went to school to study mathematics, you should be able to teach GS1 and primary school mathematics. You have people with certificates in theater or English and literature. They could teach English and so on and so forth. So from home lesson to general exam preps, from common entrance, you know, we're by nature in Nigeria fire brigade people. So we really don't take general academics serious until there is a terminal exam. So from common entrance to professional exam prep. For example, I I got my ACC or ICANN certificate in one sitting. It means that I know a lot of tricks that can help a lot of people overcome the challenge of getting their ICANN or ACCA certification.
Yes.
So there are other professional exams. There are people in need of coaching for these professional exams. Then there's general reading and writing. I've seen cases of people sending their children to very expensive schools, but because there's so many unnecessary or secondary things that are now taking a prime place in in schools these days. You find people that go to very expensive schools and cannot read effectively and cannot write effectively. So you could set up a business that could help parents address the problems of general reading
Yeah.
and writing. Past questions, for example, is another business opportunity in education. You could catalog past questions from these exams and provide answers, provide certain tips around these exams and put them in one document that people can buy. There's
Yeah.
music lesson, there is dance lesson, and so on and so forth. Then the
Yeah.
last one is bonus. Bonus. That's number 6 anyway. It's fashion.
Okay.
From selling Okreka clothes to
Please, some people
you
don't know
know
what is Africa clothes. You have
uh,
to use the thrift
in,
business, but it's okay.
in
We understand.
in the Western world, you know, they are called out of cycle clothes. You know, for example,
Yeah.
in the West, they are getting into summer. It therefore means that all the winter clothes in their stores are done away with, and a lot of these clothes, whether we like it or not, end up in Africa, and they end up becoming Okreka clothes because these stores generally what they do is that they remove the labels from all these clothes so that they remove the tags from all these clothes and ship a lot of them to Africa and to a lot of other places apart from Africa. So from selling Okreka clothes to tailoring and general fashion design to shoemaking to making accessories from bangles to beads for cultural events to brooches and so on and so forth. I mean, all of these in
The list
opportunities
goes
in
on. I'm
fashion
telling you. Yeah. Thank
business.
you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. I mean, when you mentioned the Okrika clothes, you see, online, everything has gone digital. You see so many thrift stores. And then they'll tell you 1K, buy this for one. Is Okrika. Okrika is no longer bent down and select. It has gone online also. And young people are doing this and gaining money out of it. But Mr. Dare, you see, when something like this, a business comes and somebody is making money out of it, a lot of young people tend to like go towards that kind of business without even doing their due diligence and see whether it will work for them or know the nitty-gritties about the business. What do you think? How do you think any young person looking to get into a business can spot a business opportunity without having to join the bandwagon?
Okay. Something I normally advocate is mentorship. It's very important. You see people when you want to do things. You see many young people. We this this mirage when you actually think you know something, but in reality you really do not know. Um, there is nothing like you don't have to say you must learn from experience, from your own experience. Learn from other people's experience. It's very important. It's very key. It's very wrong for a young person who is aspiring to achieve something in life, not having a mentor in that field or in that line, because they are there to guide you. And I see a lot of young people actually pay for mentorship. That's amazing. I encourage it,
Okay.
because you would avoid a lot of mistakes. You would avoid, and then apart from avoiding mistakes, these mentors have so many things that you don't have: social capital, resources, and all of that. People they can connect you with. Oh, this is the business I want to do. They can scroll through their phones. They have a lot of contacts to say, oh, my mentee wants to do this. Can you help with this and that? It's just a leverage. It's a leverage.
Looks like
So,
that will also solve the problem of funding for people who are cash strapped.
oh, of course, yes. Some of these mentors can even be some sort of angel investor in your business, and just put in some money. If they like what you do, they believe in you, they like you as your person, they like your personality, and believe so much in you. Yes, they can be some sort of angel investor and put in some money. And so I really encourage mentorship. I really encourage mentorship. It helps a lot. And then apart from mentorship, it's very important as a youth to do your due diligence. Like Mr. Joseph rightly said, ask yourself certain questions. And in answering
Okay,
these
all right.
questions,
That's Mr. Dare Alabade, data analyst. But at this point, we want you to also join the discussion and tell us if you are to coach or mentor, in his word, mentor a younger version of yourself. What business opportunity or idea would you tell that younger version of yourself? We want you to drop your comments at the comment section, and then if you also have questions, you can share, and we'll respond and tweet your comments on this show today as we look at business opportunities young people can explore in Nigeria. Okay, so the issue of getting funding is still an issue, but Mr. Joseph, what do you think about funding? You've mentioned a lot of business opportunities, and so many of them you mentioned you don't even have to start with anything. I mean, if you're so good in mathematics, you can just start. But for those ones that need capital to start, like the food business you mentioned, I mean, your Batsela, some of these people, when you were talking, Mr. Joseph, some of these people that come from Maraba, wake up early and come into town, when they come, they end up buying from the roadside people who sell up and even the Meshai by the roadside. But that is business, and you need money to start that kind of business. So what do you think about funding and how they should go about it to be able to start up something good?
I think the number one source that startup businesses should consider for funding is family and friends. I mean, the bank option is a no-no, because that is just going to be disaster in the end. So, so long as you have your facts, or you have a very well articulated business plan, you could meet a sibling, maybe an elder brother, an elder sister, or maybe if your younger brother, younger sister has the money, you could meet them. You could meet an uncle, a cousin, or even a friend, and get funding to start the business. And one aspect that we should also consider in driving or striving for funding is you could get them to drop, some money for some stake in the business. That is almost going to guarantee them dipping hands in their pocket to fund your business. But these days, people want to just own everything and want to be the CEO, the number one factor in the business. But these days, very very popular practice, especially from the West, is that you get co-founders, you get collaborators, you could leave funding, and you could also leverage them to make market inroads. You could leverage their social contact and make even direct sales. So family and friends and close network is the number one consideration for funding any startup.
Okay, so you mentioned also business plan. Having a good business, is a challenge for so many young people, writing a good business plan, how to go about it, and all. So the struggle with it. So what are the major things a proposal should contain to attract funding? Because when you go to that, your family and friends or your family members, you have to tell them the plan you have to be able to get them to invest. So what are the major things young people should look out for when they start writing or proposing the business? Mr. Dari.
Okay. Yeah, these days information is everywhere. We are in the digital age. It's so easy to do anything. Um, it's all about sitting down, making some research. If you go and do a simple Google search on business plan templates, oh my God, you can't even exhaust all the results you get. So, and these templates will point you in the direction of the important things that should make up your business plan, starting from telling the potential investors, the showing them with facts and figures the demand for your business, showing them a bit of market information, telling them about your prospective clients, telling them where you are and where you intend to go to. All of this information should be in so that they know that you've done your homework very well. You know the business that you're getting into, you know the economics around the business, and you have a target. So very important. And like I said, it's just a simple Google search and you're able to get all the information. In fact, you come up with a business plan and almost look like a professional, So and like we are youth. We're not talking about old people here. We're talking of
Mr.
youth
Larry?
that should be. Can you hear me?
At this point, Mr. Joseph, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I think Mr. Dare is breaking at this point. But yes, take it from here. Writing a business proposal or a plan. What do you think young people the major things that they should inculcate in it to be able to access funding?
I think, like you said, there should be proper market analysis.
Right.
Who are your potential customers? Where are they? The product, there should be a comprehensive product analysis. What is the product? What marks the product out from the other alternatives that are in the market? There should also be a proper analysis on the management, on the managerial side. You or maybe let's say the team managing that particular business endeavor, there should be also a very comprehensive analysis as to what skill sets they have, whether these skill sets are very integral to the success of the business. There should also be a complete financial projection and also a complete or comprehensive budget requirement for setting up the business. But very importantly, the business plan should be distilled so that the numbers can easily be identified by the potential investor. People these days don't like a lot of English, but I bet you once they see the mathematics or how the numbers play out in the end, they would most likely want to invest in your business. But if it is just so much story.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Joseph, we get you now. Okay, it's one thing to get the business idea, to get funding, and it's also another thing. Yes, Mr. Joseph, we got you. Okay, it's also another thing to stay in business. It's also another thing to stay in business. Don't you agree, Mr. Dari? So yes, staying in business is some businesses that start on under a year, they pack up, or 3 years maximum. So what should also young people to look out for to ensure that they stay in business ahead of their competition?
Staying in business is a very important thing. Starting the business, like you said, is one thing. Staying in it is the most important. So you can't relax, you can't relent. When when you're in business, you're in a battle because there are so many other businesses like yours competing for the market share with you. So staying your competitive advantage, identifying your competitive advantage should be on top of your list. It should be a priority, and that will be as a product of different research and doing your own due diligence. You need to really understand the market. You need to understand your competitor, and you need to be creative. You need to be creative. You need to be innovative. Think about different ways by which you can offer whatever you're offering, whether it's a product, whether it's a services. How are the ways that you can offer this to your potential clients differently, or what are the other extra value that can come with whatever you are offering? So very subtle, simple value addition can take your business way above your competitors. So it's important, understand your competitors, understand the market, understand what you are offering, and add a bit of creativity and innovation, and then pray a lot. It's
And
important.
the innovation you're talking about, you are a data analyst, and everything you're talking about is tech and digital, going online, and no. So it's one thing also for a lot of businesses that are physical, moving their business online is a problem. Yeah, and they don't know how to go about it. All I know is I open my shop, my warehouse, people come in and go out, and then whatever I make that day, that's it. So what do you think they can do at this point for people who are very, very they're finding it difficult at this point to move it to online? What can they do to
Okay.
achieve that?
So like I said before, value addition. You have to think of value to add to your business. Something extra that keeps your customers coming back to you. It can be
Yeah.
it can be in the place of customer service. I don't know if I shared this on this with you before. There is somewhere where I go to make photocopies in Wuse. If I don't make photocopies in my office, I it's evidently more expensive than so many other places, but I go there because of the customer service I receive. I went there one by chance. I was just driving past. I needed to make a photocopy. I didn't even know. I stopped at the filling station to make to buy some fuel, and somebody told me there is a business center there. And I went there, and since that day I got hooked. It was just customer service that had nothing technology or digital. It was customer service. So we need to pay attention to critical aspects of our business. If you're
Okay.
selling food, pay attention to the taste of your food, and of course know what you're selling. There are some restaurants that don't sell food. What they sell is the ambience. If you tell me that you went to pay 1,500 for a glass of Coca-Cola in Transcorp, you cannot tell me that what you actually went to drink in Transcorp is Coke, because that Coke is
Okay.
100 naira outside. So what Transcorp is selling to you is not the Coca-Cola. They're selling the environment, the ambience, the kinds of people you might be able to meet. And that's why they are charging you 1,500. So as a business, a physical business, know what you sell. Some barbing salons, they don't sell the cutting of hair. What they sell is the extra service. I've heard somebody tell me, if you come to my salon, the way they will massage your neck. And I'm asking, is this a salon or a massage parlor? So you see, they call it a salon, like come and cut your hair, but they decided to
Yeah.
add so many extras that keep some people glued to them. So value addition, think about what you can do better than your competitors. Very important.
All right. From what you're saying, not online, but wherever you are, the critical aspect of service mentioned. And let's conclude for all. Appreciate if you have a price drop, tell us you would give your younger of yourself to try the hands on. Take your comments. If finally, Mr. Joseph, we can't leave this topic without touching on the business environment of Nigeria, or saying what the government can do to help young people to make it youth friendly for Nigerians or young people to start the businesses. What can the government do Or what would you suggest they do at this point, Mr. Joseph?
I think fundamentally the government should provide that enabling environment for businesses to thrive, from infrastructure, lights, roads, water, internet. I mean, the cost of internet, for example, is a problem for a lot of businesses. So infrastructure. The government also should provide very, very globally, legal frameworks that are globally practiced here in Nigeria. I mean, the other day, there was a law in the FCT that would impose taxes on businesses using generators. So as much as we want to help solve the problem of climate change and global warming, I mean, but doing that would be creating a lot of challenges for the economy and small businesses in the end. So the right legal frameworks and also infrastructure that supports the growth and development of small businesses. The government should also consider investing or investigating education, because these days we get there are a lot of graduates, and companies will spend a lot of money retraining graduates so that they can at least deliver the goods for them. So the government also should investigate education. So three things basically: infrastructure development, proper policy and legal framework, and also appropriate investment in education.
All right, beautiful. Three things that he has mentioned. That is coming from Joseph Ago. He is a sustainable development advocate. Yes, and he is advocating for young people to try their hands on numerous business opportunities that he has mentioned. Please share this video and also drop your comments and, and let us know what you think. What you will be telling the younger version of yourself to invest in, the kind of business you'll be telling the younger version of yourself to invest in. We want to know. At this point, you have the opportunity to be a mentor to yourself. Okay. All right, Mr. Joseph, thank you so much. Now, Mr. Dare, data analyst in the building. He said a lot about getting mentors and also staying focused and navigating challenges and just winning. We are here for the win for every young person. Thank you so much, Mr. Dare Alabade, data analyst.
Thank you very much.
Hope to see both of you very soon on Youth Assembly.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, you have a fantastic day. I tell you, I'm going to have a fantastic day. I don't know about you, but if you're going to have a fantastic day, please share this video. That is all I will say.
Too.
Remember to follow us on our social media platform. On Instagram, we're at Click Naija, and on YouTube, we're also at Click Naija. And you can also listen to us on our live streaming on www.clicknaija.net. And follow us also on MixLR. You can listen to us live 24/7. I tell you, you won't be bored. Okay. See you soon. Have a good day and stay blessed. The show was produced by Yoma KJ. Yes. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.